Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Valrico here, and today is an interesting day. It started out weird. I was watching a nature documentary. I was watching a nature documentary, and I got on Twitter and looked at my timeline and my Twitter feed. I got a lot of the people I follow is either MMA, news outlets, MMA fighters, or I follow a couple NASCAR fucking drivers too, because I like NASCAR. I don't care what nobody says. It's not a popular, well, it's actually a really popular sport, but it's not a popular sport with the youth or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I watch it because I enjoy it, and it's a lot more than just turning left. I'll keep it at that. But I get on there, I follow a lot of gaming outlets, and the news broke that Uncharted sold 2.7 million its first week, which is good. That's good numbers. That for an exclusive, that's great numbers. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be an interesting day. Let me go look at known Xbox fans. I'll try to be respectful. Xbox fans, who are always damage controlling, or they're either damage controlling anything Xbox does, or just bashing PlayStation players who just most people that play PlayStation don't give a fuck about the plastic. We'll say that first. They don't give a fuck about who's on the front of it. We just want the better console and a better experience. So that's up for debate and opinion. But I bought a PlayStation 4 because of the multiplat's looking better, and I can't live in a world where I can't play motherfucking The Last of Us or Uncharted. Those are fucking great franchises. Uncharted has come to an end, but there's 3 other Uncharted that I'm actually gonna go back because I purchased Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection on eBay. I got a digital code for like $27 instead of that bitch being $40 on the PlayStation Network. So I got that, and it's downloading, and I'm gonna play it, and I'm probably gonna upload it to my channel. But once the news broke out that Uncharted fucking sold all these copies, I immediately go to Crap Gamer, because I know he's let's call him an Xbox apologist. Let's not even call, most people call him fag boys, which would be probably a better term. I'm not gonna be that fucking mean about it. Let's just be honest here. They're Xbox apologists, Microsoft apologists. So I go and I look, and I see him already damage controlling, talking about how Uncharted is dog shit, how just bashing anything PlayStation and Sony does always, and he makes 7 videos a day about this console war gayness that nobody gives a fuck about. It's retarded. And he gets on the internet all day and damage controls. You would think this motherfucker's under a salary. Like, this is ridiculous shit. Most of you might not, some of my subscribers might not even know who this fucking guy is. I didn't know who he is until I watched the Weapon Wheel podcast, and I'm like, oh, these guys are those guys. Okay, so let's go investigate. And I thought some of the shit that they were saying was like outrageous. Like, these guys say this, this, and this. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do my investigation for myself and see what the fuck they're saying. And sure enough, they're saying the most outrageous stuff each and every week. Anything Sony does, they drop a fucking emergency podcast. They shut life down. These motherfuckers shut life down to make an emergency apologist podcast, and it's just a fucking Google Hangout to basically bash anything Sony does, or defend any decisions that Microsoft makes, and basically try to spice up Microsoft like they're a promotional team, like they're like the Men in Black out here. They're like, there's no aliens, you didn't see anything. That's what these guys are. They're the Men in Black of Xbox. It's ridiculous. These guys run around all day. I don't know if they have jobs. Like, what do they do? How do you have this much time in the day, or patience? I have no patience for that shit. How do you have that much time in the day to fucking run around and make console war videos all day? And they're not even short ones. They're not 10-minute videos. These motherfuckers go on for 3-4 hours. I've actually listened to some of them, let them play in the background while I'm working on something on my computer, whether it be a video or a montage or something. I'm always keeping my mind active and being constructive with my time. I don't ever want to sit still and do nothing. That's not how I live life. I can't do it. I can't just be a console fag boy and basically just defend shit all day. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's no enjoyment. I'd rather get on the game and game. I'd rather get on the console and game than fucking sit here and talk about gaming and not actually game. You know, that's the problem with this generation, you know, of consoles in general, is these motherfuckers they just talk about gaming, but they're never gaming. It's retarded. And then when you look at their trophies or something like that, or their achievements, you'll look and they haven't even complete half the games that they're talking about. Is so great. Like, I guarantee you, like 70% of the people, like at least 90% of the people that played The Witcher 3 said it was so great, but never beat it. Like, never beat it. It's ridiculous. So, you know, as I was saying, I was on Twitter. I looked at Crap Gamer defending and, you know, damage controlling the whole situation. I'm like, bro, can't you just give them props? Like, I wanted to get an Xbox this generation, but it wasn't that good. The graphics weren't that good for multiplats. The console was weak. I really wanted to play Halo, but at the end of the day, one game isn't gonna make me buy an entire console. It's just not gonna happen. It's got to be a catalog of games that are like, yo, this shit is great. And even now, I could just go buy an Xbox, but I don't have any room in my any space in my room because I got fucking TVs, computers, fucking the internet box, which is ginormous, the fucking DVR, which is ginormous, and the PlayStation and my PC. It's just too much shit in one room. So I ain't got no room for that big ass VCR, you know, even though I would like to play some fucking Halo. And this brings me to my broader point of the video, which is, you know, I get on Twitter and this guy, the Mooch, or whatever, one of them, the guys that are on the podcast or whatever, the Mooch, he's blocked me. And I'm like, what? Me? I'm blocked? I don't ever say anything to anybody. Like, why am I blocked? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, really? And then, like, you blocked me, you fucking bitch. And then the fact of the matter is, I can always just log out and see what your faggot ass is saying anyways. I could just sign out and then go type in the Mooch 1978 and then fucking go and see what you're saying anyways. So I go and I see what you're saying anyways, and you're being a fucking faggot, a console fag boy, and basically just shitting on PlayStation and bashing it for fucking the last hour. It's ridiculous. And then at that point, I'm like, this is interesting. Let me go to his channel and see what his channel consists of, and see if he's actually uploading gameplay videos, or if he's just only talking about the console war. Because that's what a losing side always does. They only talk about the war, but the winning side is too busy, you know, enjoying the fruits of their labor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not on any side. I don't give a fuck. I just want the best experience and the best consoles with the games I want to play. That's it. That's it. That's all the thing that matters. So anyways, I go to this guy's channel, and you look at his channel, and the last like 7 videos were him basically on the Damage Control podcast, or whatever you want to call it, basically, you know, bashing the PlayStation, discrediting any accomplishments they have, you know, and you think this guy works for the company. It's outrageous that this guy spends, you know, instead of having a gaming channel where he uploads gameplay videos, I don't even think this guy plays video games at all. I don't know what he does, but he just sits there on his little podcast for 2 hours. You know, it's not even every week. It's 2 hours at least 4 times a week. This guy just literally just goes on there and damage controls, you know, and hates on PlayStation. You know, and they say that life imitates art, but obviously this guy has no life, so that's why his channel's lacking, and there's nothing on there. There's fuck all on there. There's basically him damage controlling, you know, and just being a console fact boy, which is embarrassing because, like, why do you care what plastic you play on? Why don't you focus on the games? Because the games are the only thing that really matters at the end of the day, not what console you play on. Because as you can see, most people play multiplats anyways. They don't give a fuck about exclusives like that. But the point of the video is, you know, don't be a faggot and don't block people. You know, I've never said anything to you, so I don't know how I was blocked. But it's all good. I don't give a fuck. I can still, even if I wanted to make this channel dedicated to roasting you all day, which I won't because I'm actually gaming and I have, you know, other things to do. I don't have time to be sitting here playing little kitty console war games. That's what these are. You know, these guys are sitting here playing these kitty console war games, and the fact that remains is the PC is the definitive gaming platform. It has everything. It has your exclusives. They don't even have PlayStation exclusives on there. So that's an already automatic L. Why would anybody buy an Xbox when you can just get half those games on the PC? And by the way, Halo 5 is going to come to PC whether you like it or not, you little console fag boy. So continue putting batteries in the back of that faggot-ass little controller you use, and that'll be the end of that story. Nevertheless, like and subscribe, all that bullshit, twitter.com/ValRico, youtube.com/ValRico, and it's time for me to go get to gaming and playing this motherfucking Doom, because I gotta beat the story mode on the hardest difficulty I can play on right now, which is fucking Ultra Violence. Peace. These motherfucking faggots, bro. God damn.